Well, Rob, return to the Dragons, quick turnaround in this European Challenge Cup. What are your thoughts ahead of it all?
Yeah, well, it's always an interesting scenario. You know, it's very rare you get to play a kind of double header, and it does make things interesting. You know, you have a lot of tape of each other. You know, you've already done a bit of analysis work on each other, and all of a sudden you've got one more game, and you know the players think certain things, you think certain things, especially when you've won. You know the opposition are going to have been pouring over tape to kind of find ways of changing that around. For me, you know, I've said to the guys, it's about not changing too much. It's about not kind of over focusing on the little things that happen in the game, but concentrating on the big things that we try and do every week, making sure they work very well. You know, not like I say, not detracting from the way we want to play, because that's what makes you strong. That's what kind of gets you through a season, is knowing the things you do well and sticking at them. So for me, it's been more about attitude than it has been about us tweaking the way we play. And obviously there's little things you see every week, but you know, you're used to introducing those on a week by week basis. For me, it's about going up there and showing the kind of attitude we had last Sunday, and I think that'll be the deciding factor. I think the team that hits the pitch in the best frame of mind will be the team that comes away with the points.
Going into Wales is always going to be pretty hostile, and I'd imagine that's one of the things you've got to cope with this weekend. Yeah,
but I think the reality is, you know, you can talk about hostility and you know, that kind of stuff, but the reality is, you know, the Dragons are a good side. You know, and I'm more worried about the fact they're a good side than I am worried about kind of the hostility of the crowd. So that's what I'm saying. You know, for us, it's about imposing ourselves on the game and trying to limit their opportunities. And you know, that's kind of what you've got to try and do every week, week in, week out. You know, we play in pressure environments regularly. You know, we know how tough it is at the top level, but you know, we're starting to show a bit of a spring in our step. The squad is fresh and pretty injury free, and we're playing with a great attitude, and it looks like we're enjoying playing games of rugby and we're enjoying winning. And for me, you know, I'd like to keep the winning run going for as long as I can. You know, it just feels a nice place to come to work, and you know, the players are nice and enthusiastic and energetic, and you know, we've trained in some pretty poor conditions this week, and the guys are running around with big smiles on their faces, and that's because it's a nice place to be, it's a nice environment to work. And for us to maintain that, it's about, like I say, getting there with great attitude. If we hit the pitch with great attitude, I'll take any result. You know, that's all we can do.
Obviously, looking at it, top of the group at the moment, but keeping them not having a bonus point last week was probably pretty crucial, wasn't it? We picked up the one in Perpignan in the end. Yeah,
and I think the reality is, I mean, this game's not the be-all and end-all. You know, if Newport lose, it makes it pretty tough for them, and obviously helps us massively. I think if we lose, it's not the end of the road for us. We've still got a couple of fixtures, tough fixtures. You know, going to Italy and then Perpignan here to try and pull things through. You know, and Newport will think the same. You know, they've got a couple of tough fixtures ahead of them. You know. But that's what European pools are about. You know, they're about working hard for bonus points. They're about staying in the game. They're about taking opportunities when they come and playing pressure rugby. And I think last Sunday we played some good pressure rugby, and we're going to have to be prepared to do that again. You know, for a full 80 minutes, as I say, to ram things home and get some valuable points.
Last week you rotated the side around. You gave some guys a rest, and that you'll probably do the same this week. It's a case of keeping everyone fresh at this time of year. It's a busy period. Yeah,
it is a busy period, but the reality is the players are desperate to do well in this competition, and that kind of makes things relatively easy for us. You know, it means we go into the games hard. You know, we're not going in there with injury worries. You know, we're not sticking anybody on the pitch who shouldn't be out there, that's for certain. But we're pretty fresh, we're pretty strong at the minute. Good performances last week have helped us. You know, helped us maintain a bit of consistency this week, and I think the guys are feeling good about themselves. So you know, we'll go for it flat out. You know, that's all we can do. That's all we ever try and do. As I say, we've just got to put in a performance that means we're happy with what we've done. And that's all you can really do. I think a good level of performance gives us a great chance. I think it'll be a great experience for the players playing at Rodney Parade. You know, you get into the Premiership to be playing against some of the regional sides in Wales and Ireland and Scotland, and that's an opportunity for us. And we've got to go at it 100%.
You were quite ruthless as well last week. Nacho was kicking all his points, and that if the chances come, you've got to take them, haven't you, in these games?
Yeah, and I think last week showed that, you know, try scoring opportunities on a wet day are at a premium. You don't get that many opportunities. You have to work hard just to create penalty situations, and I think just creating that bit of a gap on the scoreboard put Newport under a bit of pressure, and that helped us with the way we wanted to play. It made it harder for them, and I think that's the key again this week. You know, if the points are on opportunity and you can take them, and like I say, you can build a bit of pressure with the scoreboard and with the clock and with territory. I think you have to do that. You know, that's what cup rugby's about. It's about getting points on the board and you know, and making things difficult for the opposition. And you know, we're relatively new to the competition, and it's nice and fresh for us, and we enjoy it. And as I said, you know, we'll just be making the most of it.
Brilliant. Thanks, Rob.
Okay.